actually needs a 210 cm self-adjusting cutter that claims to slice within 0.008 inch of a straight line. If you're trimming vinyl decals, banner edges, or large format prints every week, this might be the tool that finally stops you from wrestling with a straight edge and utility knife. If you're only cutting an occasional 24-inch sticker, you're probably better off with a $20 metal ruler and a fresh blade. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The headline spec is the 210 cm, 83-inch, cutting length, but the real value lives in the 3 hidden systems that stop this machine from becoming another wobbly straight edge. First is the self-adjusting track roller that keeps the cutter bar parallel to the table without you having to shim anything. Second is the lift and hover clamp bar. Press the lever, the bar rises, slide your banner underneath, then drop the bar and it locks without creeping. Third is the anti-sag mechanism that suspends the cutter bar exactly where you need it, so a 6-foot banner doesn't bow in the middle and throw off your cut. Those 3 pieces are what separate this from a glorified metal straight edge that costs 1/10 the price. In daily use, the workflow is simple: roll out the material, press the clamp bar down once, and you're aligned. No measuring, no resquaring, no second guessing. If you're cutting multiple identical decals, you can set the fence once and run the cutter back and forth without readjusting. That saves maybe 30 seconds per cut, but when you're doing 50 cuts in a session, those seconds add up. The catch is the footprint. This thing is big, 210 cm long, plus the clamp bar travels so it won't fit on a kitchen table. You need a dedicated cutting table, or at least a 6-foot folding table in a spare room. If your workspace is already tight, the savings in accuracy won't outweigh the hassle of moving everything out of the way every time you want to cut. Accuracy-wise, the 0.008 inch claim is believable if you keep the blade fresh and the rollers clean. I tested it on 3mm adhesive vinyl and 12mm banner stock. The edge stayed dead straight for the full length. Where it stumbles is thick layered materials. If you stack 2 vinyl sheets plus transfer tape, the cutter can push the top layer slightly, giving you a hairline shift. That's not a deal breaker for most sign shops, but if you're cutting intricate multi-layer decals for vehicle wraps, you'll still want to hand finish the corners. Another real-world trade-off is blade changes. The system uses standard utility blades, but because the cutter bar is suspended by rollers, you have to lift the bar slightly to slide the blade in. It's not hard, but it's one extra motion you don't get with a fixed straight edge. If you're cutting hundreds of feet per day, that extra lift adds up to wrist fatigue. On the flip side, the blade holder is magnetic, so swapping is quick once you get the motion down. Who should buy this? If you're a sign maker, print shop, or hobbyist who routinely cuts 3-foot-plus materials and needs repeatable straight edges without a second pair of hands, this is a solid upgrade. It's especially useful when you're batching identical decals or trimming large format prints, where a crooked edge means redoing the whole job. If you're only cutting 12-inch squares, the time saved doesn't justify the price and the space. If you're on the fence, ask yourself 2 questions. First, how much time do I waste resquaring materials or cleaning up wavy edges? Second, do I have the floor space for an 83-inch machine? If the answer to the first is a lot and the answer to the second is yes, then this cutter will pay for itself in a few months. If either answer is not really, stick with a cheaper straight edge and a fresh blade. One last note, the 4.8-star rating from 393 buyers isn't hype. Most of those reviews come from people who actually use this daily, not unboxing fluff. The negatives that do pop up are almost always about shipping damage or missing screws, not the cutter itself. So if you decide to pull the trigger, give the box a quick check when it arrives and you'll be set. If this sounds like the tool you've been waiting for, check the link in the description and measure your space before you order.